Every car rolling off a production line has already been inspected by AI. Thousands of welds, surfaces, and components checked in milliseconds. Without that AI, every single one would need a human inspector.
And what happens when the machine breaks down?
The AI saw it coming, usually weeks ago. Welcome to Episode 7, AI in Manufacturing. Anastasia and Sophia take it from here.
Manufacturing is the backbone of the global economy, and for decades it ran on the same model: machines, workers, schedules, and reactive maintenance. When something broke, you fixed it. When quality failed, you caught it at the end of the line. AI is inverting that model entirely, catching failures before they happen and defects before they leave the machine. The global AI in manufacturing market hit $34.2 billion in 2025, growing at 35.3% annually. Only 30% of Canadian SMEs used AI in manufacturing in 2025, yet those that did were already 24% more productive.
Manufacturing has gone through three eras. The first, manual and reactive. Assembly lines, fixed schedules, end-of-line quality checks. If something broke, you fixed it. If a defect got through, you hoped the customer didn't notice. The second era, digitized operations. SCADA systems, manufacturing execution systems, ERP software that tracked what was happening. But most of that data sat in databases. Operators still made the decisions. The third era is AI. Models that learn what normal looks like for every machine, every process, every product, and flag deviations before they become failures. Four big areas. 1. Quality control. AI computer vision inspecting every unit in under 200 milliseconds, 24/7, with zero fatigue. 2. Predictive maintenance. AI flagging bearing wear, motor faults, and corrosion weeks before failure. 3. Robotics and cobots. AI-powered collaborative robots that adapt to variations and learn alongside human operators. 4. Process optimization. AI scheduling, energy management, and yield optimization across the entire production line. Here's what AI quality control looks like on a real production line. Every unit passes a camera array. The AI model, trained on millions of labeled images of good and defective products, classifies each one in under 200 milliseconds. Microscopic cracks, soldering faults, surface contamination, dimensional errors that would be invisible to a human eye at line speed. Ontario manufacturers that have deployed these systems report a 35% average reduction in defect rates. In electronics manufacturing, AI achieves 97% defect detection accuracy, better than human inspection. And unlike a human inspector, the AI doesn't have a bad day, doesn't get tired, and works at full accuracy at 3 a.m.
Give me a real-world example from a company people will recognize.
BMW. They deployed AI predictive maintenance on their conveyor systems, the critical infrastructure that moves vehicles and components through the factory. The AI monitors sensors continuously: vibration patterns, temperature, motor current draw, oil quality. When it detects a signature that matches an impending failure, it schedules the repair during a planned maintenance window, before the breakdown.
And the result?
Higher throughput, longer machine life, and more consistent delivery schedules. They're not waiting for breakdowns and emergency repairs anymore. The AI doesn't just save money on maintenance, it removes the production variability that comes from unexpected stoppages. BMW called it a fundamental shift in how they think about factory uptime. Every piece of industrial equipment is now coverable with IoT sensors that measure vibration, temperature, pressure, current, oil viscosity. AI models trained on this data learn the specific signature of each machine when it's healthy and flag anomalies days or weeks before failure. The key numbers: 20 to 40% reduction in unplanned downtime, 25 to 40% reduction in maintenance costs. The emerging frontier is robotic predictive maintenance. Cobots equipped with sensors and AI that physically inspect structures, pipe sections, and components in situ. No disassembly, no logistics delays. Gecko Robotics, already serving Coca-Cola, HP, and Siemens, uses combined sensor, AI, and vision to predict failures.
AI making factories smarter sounds almost entirely good. Where's the tension?
3 places. First, job displacement. The roles that AI quality control and predictive maintenance are automating, inspectors, maintenance technicians doing routine checks, are skilled, well-paid manufacturing jobs. The productivity gain is real. The social cost is also real. Second, model brittleness. AI trained on one product configuration can miss defects in a new variant it's never seen. Training data needs to be continuously updated. And third, OT cybersecurity. Factory AI connects IT systems to operational technology, the PLCs, and control systems that run physical machinery. A breach on that network isn't a data leak. It's a production line stoppage, or worse, a safety incident. Collaborative robots, cobots, are designed to work alongside human operators, not replace them. AI cobots adapt to variations in parts, learn preferred techniques from demonstration, and increasingly use vision to understand their environment in real time. As of 2023, cobots accounted for 10.5% of all industrial robots installed globally, and that share is growing rapidly. Research at KTH Royal Institute of Technology is developing cobots that predict a worker's upcoming posture to avoid collisions before they happen. StandardBot's AI cobots integrate with CNC machines and welding cells with no-code programming, accessible to manufacturers who can't afford dedicated robotics engineers.
So AI can inspect, predict, maintenance, and control robots. What does process optimization mean in practice?
It means the factory itself learns. AI scheduling systems dynamically adjust production runs based on machine availability, energy prices, order priorities, and supply chain inputs, all in real time. Digital twin technology creates a virtual replica of the factory that the AI can test changes against before committing them physically. Energy AI optimizes furnace temperatures, compressor loads, and conveyor speeds to reduce energy consumption by 10 to 30%. The Canadian BDC Lift report found that manufacturers using AI were 24% more productive, and that gap is widening.
So the biggest risk for manufacturers isn't AI getting it wrong, it's falling too far behind competitors who got it right.
Exactly. 35%. That's the average reduction in defect rates when manufacturers deploy AI computer vision. Not 5%, not 10, 35. Catching cracks in metal, soldering failures in circuit boards, surface contamination invisible to the human eye, at machine speed 24 hours a day. That's not incremental improvement. That's a category shift in what quality control means. 4 layers. IoT sensors on every machine, providing the data that makes everything else possible. Computer vision models trained on millions of labeled defect images, the most data-hungry part of the system. A real-time action layer that feeds decisions back to the line. Reject this unit, flag this machine, adjust this schedule. And increasingly, digital twins. Virtual replicas of the factory where the AI tests optimizations before deploying them physically. The hardest unsolved problem? An AI model trained on one factory's equipment and product range often fails when deployed to another. Transfer learning is the active research frontier.
What keeps manufacturing AI engineers up at night?
3 things. First, job displacement. The roles being automated are skilled, stable, well-paid. The answer isn't don't automate, it's retraining workers for the new roles AI creates. Model trainers, data quality engineers, cobot supervisors. Second, model brittleness. A system trained on last year's product configuration can miss defect types in a new product variant. Continuous retraining and validation are non-negotiable. And third, OT cybersecurity. Factory AI talks to operational technology networks, the systems that physically control production. A successful cyber attack on an AI-connected factory doesn't steal data. It can stop production, create safety hazards, or worse.
So what does responsible deployment look like?
3 practices. Human review on all AI quality rejections above a defined threshold. The AI flags. The human decides on close calls. Diverse training data. Models should be trained and validated across product variants, shift conditions, and environmental changes. And OT network segmentation. The factory AI should talk to the production control systems through a secured, monitored interface, never directly on the same network as unprotected endpoints. On the regulatory side, Europe's AI Act classifies AI in safety-critical manufacturing contexts as high risk, requiring conformity assessments and human oversight. OSHA is developing guidance on AI-assisted safety monitoring, mandating human override on all safety decisions.
Where does manufacturing AI go from here?
3 directions. First, autonomous factories, lights-out facilities that run 24/7 with minimal human presence. Already happening in semiconductor fabrication. Second, generative design. AI that doesn't just inspect and maintain, but designs components, generating shapes optimized for strength, weight, and manufacturability simultaneously. Airbus used generative design to create an aircraft partition that was 45% lighter while meeting all structural requirements. And third, supply chain AI, connecting factory systems directly to supplier and logistics AI. The factory orders, adjusts, and receives materials autonomously based on real-time production data.
Oliver, what should people take away from AI in manufacturing?
4 things. 1. AI computer vision reduces defect rates by 35% on average, catching what human eyes miss at machine speed. 2. Predictive maintenance cuts unplanned downtime 20 to 40%, fixing problems before they become breakdowns. 3. AI adopting manufacturers are already 24% more productive. The gap is widening. And 4. The catch, job displacement, model brittleness, and OT cybersecurity all need to be managed carefully. The technology works. The transition requires real investment in people.
Next, AI in logistics and supply chain, the systems keeping global trade moving.
Subscribe so you don't miss it. I'm Oliver.
And I'm Olga. See you in the next one.